Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is another makeup collection video, and today we're going to tackle all our blushes, face palettes, as well as my setting sprays. It's going to be a big video. I'm a big fan of my blushes. So if you're ready to see all my blushes, face palettes, setting sprays all in action, grab a cup of coffee and let's begin. I have a mix of cream blushes as well as powder blushes and liquid blushes for that matter. And we're also going to touch some of the blush palettes here as well as the face palettes later on. So let's begin. We have too much to take care of. Let's start off with the powder blushes. I don't know if everything is in the frame or not, but this one, the Essence Satin Touch blush, this one is in the shade Satin Coral. Now this is really old, and you can see like the packaging is terrible. It broke on me, but I love when I wear this blush, so I don't think I'm ready to part with it, so I'm just going to keep it. But this is the first blush. The second one is the NYX Baked blush, and this one is in the shade Journey. This definitely needs to go because this is super old. Oh my god, the packaging, there you go. Yeah, so this one is a pretty pink blush, but I'm pretty sure this is like at least 7 years old, so this is going. Then we have this one, the Phase Zero Makeup Blush. This is like a baby pink blush. I really like it, especially in the winter months. So I'm going to keep this. Then we have the LA Girl Just Blushing Blush. And this one is in the shade Just Natural. And this is very similar to the other one, but this has like a very nudie pink touch to it. You can see like this. I've used it quite a bit. So I'm going to keep this. The next one is the e.l.f. blush, and this one is in the shade Always Rosy. This is like one of my favorite blushes from the drugstore, no doubt in it. Like I love the shade, I love pinky browns, and this is like more of like a neutral pinky tone on me, so I really love this one. We have two blushes from Revolution Beauty or Makeup Revolution. This one is in the shade Fusion. It's more of like a coral blush, and this one is more of a nudie pink blush, and this one is in the shade Nude. I really love it. I don't know if I can wear it or not because this, yeah, it's so pretty. Look at that. That's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna keep it. It's not going good, but this is a makeup collection video, so let's move on. The next blush that I have to talk about is the Milani Rose blush, and this one is in the shade Romantic Rose. Again, a very beautiful blush. This gives a very nice sheen, but a very cool tone look on the face. It's not my favorite, but it's really good on the skin. So I'm going to keep this. The next Milani blush that I have to talk about is this Baked blushes, and this one is in the shade Rose Diore. I really love this blush. This is a very unique coppery tone blush in my collection. I don't prefer a lot of coppery tone blush, but this has a beautiful sheen, if you can see. Like if I wear this, I'm definitely not wearing a highlighter because this performs more like a blush highlighter in one. So I really like it. I'm going to keep it. The next blush that I have to talk about is from Laura Geller, and this one is in the shade Mauve Mocha Latte. And this again, you would see this shade is very common in my collection because I really love my pinky browns, and this is one among them, and this performs really well. I'm going to keep that. Next we have M Cosmetics Heaven Glow blush, and this one is in the shade Venetian Rose. If you've never tried anything from M Cosmetics, this is the first thing that you should try because I'm not a big fan of like glowy blushes, but this definitely is one of my favorite glowy blushes that I have in my collection. And this shade is a very like a cool tone mauve shade, but again, it gives a very nice sheen on the face, but without emphasizing texture. So this is one of my favorites. The next two are from Persona Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Caramel, the mauve tone blush. And this one is in the shade Georgia, which is a peachy tone blush. Beautiful blushes. Again, from like Ulta or from Persona Cosmetics, but really pretty. Again, it gives a very natural finish on the face. Not overly matte, not overly glowy. So very pretty formula, and the packaging is amazing. It's very sleek, and you can see the shades here. Really pretty. The next two blushes are from Moira Beauty. This one is in the shade Orange Blossom. Beautiful orange to like a red ombre blush. It's so pretty, but you have to be very careful with these blushes because they're super pigmented. Very light tap on the brush would just give you whatever you need. So this is not going anywhere. I really love them. and the embossment is like the cherry on the top. And this one is more of the berry tone, mauve tone blush. This one is in the shade Soft Berry. Next we have Catrice Cosmetics blush box, and this one is in the shade Golden Coral. I really love this shade. It's a very peachy nudie shade, beautiful with like those warm tone looks, and I love the embossment in it too. Really pretty. Even on the face it doesn't emphasize any texture. Really beautiful. Now these two blushes from Wet n Wild are like one among the most affordable blushes in my collection. These are like $3. Maybe they've increased the price, I don't know, but they are beautiful. My favorite one is this one, which is Mellow Wine. You can see it's there. I'm there, almost there to hit a dent. And this one is in the shade Pearlescent Pink, and this one dupes like the NARS Orgasm blush. Really beautiful. If you are looking for a blush from the drugstore, I feel like you cannot go wrong with these blushes. Really pretty. The next one is from Colourpop, and this is their Heart blushes, and this one is in the shade Let's Dance. They came in like the last Valentine's Day collection. This is very new to me. It's a pain to open these blushes, so give me a minute. There you go. It's not glued properly, so that's my problem. I need to glue it properly. It's not my problem. They didn't glue it properly. I have to glue it down. Now, I love this shade. It's very similar to this Catrice one, but just a little bit more punchy. I really love that it's more like a coral pink shade, but it appears like very nudie pink on the face. It just gives so much brightness on the face. I really love it, and the packaging is absolutely amazing, but I feel like they should make this magnetic because it's definitely a pain to open this. Okay, before moving on to the cream blushes, I have like a duo to talk about, actually two duos to talk about. One is from Makeup Forever, and this one has like the blush and the highlighter in one. I really love this, especially for traveling. This is one that always travels with me, so this is not going anywhere. I don't know the shade name, but yeah, you can see this. And then the second duo, which I absolutely love from the drugstore, is from this one, the Elf duo, and this one is in the shade Lychee, and this is so pretty. The highlighter seems a little darker in the pan, but on the face it's a beautiful pinky goldeny shade, and the blush is absolutely stunning. Definitely keeping this, not going anywhere. Two more powder blushes to talk about. Pat McGrath. So these are the Pat McGrath Divine blushes. I have the shade Nude Venus and Cherish. This is Nude Venus, which is more of the nudie pink shade, and this is Cherish, which is more of like the hot pink shade. You can see how much with the kickback how much I've used this, and yeah, I really love this. This gives like a soft blur on the face, and these are like high quality blushes. Definitely beautiful. Highly recommend this. Okay, now let's move on to the cream blushes. Let's talk about the Tower 28 blushes. I have four with me. I have Golden Hour, Office Hour, Magic Hour, and After Hour. I think I'm right, but can you even see it? I really love Tower 28 blushes. This is not going anywhere. Definitely the most used shades for me would be Magic Hour as well as Office Hours, just because I love my pinky, nudie shades. So these are like my favorite, but this I love for my summer months, and this I really love in the winter months. So beautiful blushes. Whenever you see like multiple of the same brand, you know that I would love it. So these two are from Candy Paint, and this one is in the shade Millions of Peaches. Let me give you a guess. It's going to be a peachy blush, but it's beautiful. Like, I love the quality of these blushes. Definitely underrated, I would say. And this is like magnetic. So see how easy it is to like open. Yeah, Colourpop, learn from this. And this one is in the shade Velvet Tiger, my personal favorite. Again, a cool tone nudie pink shade. Really pretty on the face. I love it. I absolutely love it. It gives like a very natural sheen on the face too, as you can see with the shine. Really pretty. And then you can see a bunch of Doll 10 blushes. I have 5 with me. I actually had 8 with me. I gifted 3 to my friend, but I have 5 with me. Let me just open it and show it to you. This is Pop Star Peach. This is Stepping Out, which is more of like a mauve, deeper mauve shade. This is the shade She's a Doll, which is more of a nudie pink shade. Very beautiful for like an everyday look. This one is in the shade Kiss on the Cheek. It's a very pale pink nude shade. beautiful on like winter months. For me, I really, really love this. And this one is in the shade hashtag doll squads, which has like a nudie terracotta nest to it. Really, really pretty on the shades. There's no doubt I absolutely love Doll 10 blushes, and that's why I have a bunch with me. The formula is absolutely outstanding and definitely underrated. Okay, let's talk about this blush, which is from Ladybug Glow. It's so pretty to look at. And this is like their cream blush. This is more of like a fake flower, but it has like a spray, overspray of blush on it. So it gives a very nice, this kind of a tint on the face. But I was not expecting a fake flower. So it's not like a must have, but this is definitely a collector's item. Okay, let's move it a little more lower. Let's talk about a few liquid cream blushes. This one from Profusion, beautiful, beautiful blush. Definitely one among my favorites. And this one is in the shade Paloma. It's a red color. It gives a very cherry, like a very K-beauty look on the face. Really, really pretty. This one from She Glam also I absolutely love. And this one is in the shade Rose Ritual. It's a very corally, pinky shade. Really, really pretty. This one from M Cosmetics is definitely my favorite cream blush that I have in my collection, and that's saying a lot. This one is in the shade Lychee. It's more of like a coral, like a peachy shade. Really beautiful. It blurs out the texture on the face and it just blends like magic. Really, really pretty. This one is from I Method Beauty. It's a very natural looking blush. I've not used this a ton. It's a very pinky blush. Nothing wrong with the formula. I would highly recommend this. And it has like a brush on the other side. I'm just going to keep this with me. I'm going to gift it to my sister. But this is really, really pretty. The next two blushes, I have these two from Rare Beauty. This one is in the shade Grace, which is like, I travel with this a lot. And this is like more of a cool tone mauve shade. And this one is in the shade Love, which is like a deeper terracotta shade. Really, really pretty, especially for like fall season. It's so pretty on the face. Really pigmented, so you need like the tiniest bit. So do keep that in mind. I love the packaging too. And this one is from Milk Makeup. This one is in the shade Work. You can use this on your cheeks as well as on your lips. Really pretty shade. Nothing groundbreaking. I would not like ask you to go run and buy it just because it's not unique in my collection. Out of the cream stick blushes, if I have to recommend, I would definitely recommend these three first to you. Let's also recommend one more thing, which is absolutely a must-have in my collection. These are the Flower Beauty's blush bombs. I really, really adore this formula. And this one I have in the shade Spiced and Cheeky. Cheeky is more of like a mauve tone shade, and Spiced is more of like an orangey shade. Really, really pretty on the face. It blends like a dream. Beautiful formula. Okay, next is from Patrick Ta, and this is the blush duo, and this one is in the shade Do We Know Her. It has a beautiful orangey blush as well as like a, you know, peachy orangey nudie powder. Also, you can use the powder on top of the cream or cream on top of the powder. It doesn't mess up the formula at all. I generally just dip in my sponge and just go all over my face. Really, really pretty. And this is a very creamy formula, as you can see. Really pretty. Like, look at the pigmentation, and it blends so effortlessly on the skin. Really pretty. What is this? I don't know. Okay, next we have from Fenty Beauty, and this is their cream blush, and this one is in the shade Strawberry Rip, and this is like a poppy watermelon pink shade. Really, really pretty shade, but it's very punchy. This I definitely wear when I'm not wearing any eye makeup, and this just brings that freshness on the face. Really pretty. And then we have this cream blush from Milani, and this one is in the shade Merlot Moment. It's a very beautiful berry shade, especially on the cheek. It looks so nice. Again, this is one that I wear like with like just the mascara on my eyes and my eyebrows and like a lip gloss, and that is it. You just need this, and that just makes your whole look together, brings your look together. And really pretty shade. I have two Elf Putty blushes. This one is in the shade Turks and Caicos, and this one is in the shade Tahiti. I prefer Tahiti, but I use them both equally. I really love them both. I feel like this is really underrated. It's not underrated, but I should use this more. This cream blush is so pretty on the face. This is from LYS Beauty, and this is in the shade Confident. I feel like I don't have this shade in my collection, except that Doll 10 Beauty blush in the shade hashtag Doll Squad. That is very similar, but this is a very unique shade and very flattering shade for most of the skin tones, I would say. Really beautiful formula too. I really would highly recommend this. And the packaging is stunning. The next blushes I want to talk about is from Merit Beauty. This is so creamy, very effortless, very beautiful on the skin. These are very creamy shades. And let me show you. See, look at that. How beautiful and like glowy it is. Really pretty. This nudie one is in the shade Beverly Hills, and this mauvey one is in the shade Cheeky. Cannot go wrong with any of these. I really love Merit Beauty products. Two more single blushes to talk about. Let's start with Believe Beauty. This one is in the shade Tropical Sunset. Oh my god, if you want like a good punchiness on your face, you definitely need to try this. This is so inexpensive. I feel like this was like under $5, and this is beautiful on your face. Definitely gives like a very natural finish on the face. You can tap it with your fingers or use the stippling brush. It just blends beautifully. Would highly recommend this, and I love the packaging too with this gold rim. Really high-end packaging, I would say, but very inexpensive. And then last one that I have to talk about is from Colourpop, and this one is their Putty blush, and this one is in the shade Yes She Did. It's a beautiful reddy but muted red shade. Really pretty shade. I would highly recommend this too. Gives a very blurring effect on your face. Really nice. I feel like I've covered all the blushes. Let's move on to the blush palette. Without a doubt, I love this blush palette. This is from Luna Beauty, and this is the Moon Prism blush palette. If I would recommend one blush palette to you guys, I would recommend this, because I feel like this has covered all the spectrum of the blush shades that you need, from the baby pinks to the corals to the mauves to the nudie browns to like neutral pinks to like a glowy blush. Everything is covered here, and it's so pretty. Definitely would recommend this, and the packaging is stunning. But if you don't want so much of shades, then I have like two options with me. This is in the this is from Benefit Cosmetics, and this comes with the Hoola bronzer too, but it has their top selling blush shades too, Dandelion, Rock and California. Very pretty. I don't know if you can like find this anymore. I actually saw this in like TJ Maxx and I snagged it because I felt like this was such an amazing price and such beautiful shades. I really like it. And next one that I have to talk about is more of an affordable blush palette. This is Vanilla Cream Truffle from BH Cosmetics. Oh my god, this is so pretty. I really love these shades. If you love those like neutral tone pinks and like corals, you are in like business. I'm pretty sure it's still available on the BH Cosmetics website, so I would highly recommend this. The next blush palette that I have is from e.l.f. and this is old, like really old. This is going away because I feel like this was really good quality. Nothing wrong with the quality, but I feel like this is expired, so this is going away. So in total, I have 3 blush palettes, 31 cream blushes, and 22 powder blushes. So that was my blush collection. Now let's move on to face palettes. Okay, time for some face palettes. I don't think anything is going anywhere, but I really like it. I can gift one to my sister, so let's begin with that. I really am thinking of giving this to my sister, and this is from Becca because this is high quality product, and this has some beautiful highlighters as well as like eyeshadows and blushes in it, and I have only used it like once or twice. I feel like she would really appreciate this, so I would gladly give this to her. So this is from Becca, and this one is in the shade Pop Goes the Glow. The next one we have from Believe Beauty, and this comes with their bronzer, blush and highlighter. As you can see, bronzer completely broke off, but I love the other two. I really love the shade of blush as well as highlighter. The highlighter is stunning. It looks wet on the skin, and this one is in the shade Medium Deep. Would highly recommend this, but just like buy it and then get it. Don't keep this anywhere and travel with it because this is going to break. Very fragile. The next one that I have to talk about is from Marc Jacobs. I love this packaging and it smells so yummy. Really love the packaging. I feel like the bronzer is too light on me. That's the only complaint that I have with me. But the highlighter is like goldeny. I would have really liked if the bronzer was a tad little bit more darker. But otherwise, this palette is really stunning on the quality. So I'm still going to keep this. This one is in the shade Fantastic. You cannot find it because, yeah, I think they discontinued this. The next blush palette, which is not going anywhere, is from Brecca. And this is in collaboration with Chrissy Teigen. And this, oh my god, this is like the first high-end face palette that I got. And actually, this is gifted to me by my husband, and really pretty palette, like really, really pretty. I love the two highlighters that are included here. This is more like a blush topper, but I use it as a highlighter, like a subtle highlighter. This works beautifully on my skin tone for my bronzer. I'm not a big fan of this blush, but all in all, beautiful palette. Now, on the contrary, this one from Beauty Bakery has a very deep, like a warm caramelly toned bronzer and very punchy blush. This highlighter is stunning. Out of this palette, I feel like the highlighter is my favorite out of the lot. Beautiful product and like quality wise, but I feel like, again, my sister would appreciate this because this would work on her skin tone really nicely. So I feel like this can also go to her. Let's talk about Natasha Denona Glam Face and Eye Palette. This is not going anywhere. I use this so much, especially in my like office days. If I don't want to think anything, this is basically what I'm wearing. I love everything about this. I love the highlighter. I love the cream blush. I love the addition of those 5 eyeshadows. Really pretty shades. Have you seen the Love palette that they're launching this year for Valentine's Day? Oh my God. Not my color story. Too many pinks for me, but I love the correlation of all the shades together. Let's move on. This is the Too Faced Natural Face Palette. Oh my god, so pretty. I got this on like a sale not too long ago, and I love everything about this palette, and this smells like chocolate. What is not to love about it? This is definitely stunning. This is my favorite palette. Really beautiful from the high-end category. This is from Hourglass, and I love that they included everything that is useful and that complements my skin tone really well. They have a bronzer, they have a blush, they have a face powder and a highlighter. I really wish that more brands could do this. All different products for a similar skin tone. I would really like it, but they should have got it like for 3 different skin tone, like light skin tone, medium skin tone, tan skin tone, and deep skin tone. But this works for me. And this one is their Ambient Edit Mini Sculpture Unlocked palette. Really nice. Now this is the palette that I travel with a lot because this has everything and it's compact, it's magnetic, high-end product from Smashbox, and this is the Cali Contour. This one is a little bit more deep on me. Really beautiful products, but it has actually 2 bronzers, a powder, 2 blushes and 1 highlighter. Really beautiful quality products, and the quality and the formula is outstanding. Now, if you've seen like my top face palettes, you know this was coming because I really love this. This is from Physicians Formula. This is their Butter collection with Hailey Hong. I love everything about this palette, really do. Like, I love all the quality of the products that is included in it. I love that they included like a pinky highlighter and more of like a golden tone highlighter. I love that the blush is like 2 different tones, one apricot and one more of the mauve shade, and these 2 bronzers work so amazingly on my skin tone. One is more of like a matte finish, the other one is more of like a satin finish. Really beautiful product. Like, if you can snag it from anywhere, just snag it. It's beautiful. Now this one is another face palette from Natasha Denona, and this is the Diamond and the Blush palette. Was very expensive, but I snagged it at a sale price, you know me. And this has 3 cream products and 3 powder products. Beautiful on the skin, like beautiful on the skin. I just wish I used this more. Whenever I'm like dipping into this, I'm definitely dipping into this highlighter because I love this highlighter. I love this cream blush. I love this cream highlighter too. It looks yellow on the pan, but it's such a beautiful golden finish on the skin. Really pretty. And this is more like a, you know, skin like bronzer on my skin tone at least. So yeah, not going anywhere. Really like it. And this one from Ulta Beauty is super underrated. This is the 3-in-1 cheek palette, and this one is in the shade Santorini Sun. This actually dupes this Hourglass palette so beautifully. Like everything that is in this palette is very, very similar to this palette. This only doesn't have this powder, but everything else is very, very similar. So if you were looking for this hourglass palette but in an affordable price range, try this and see. You'll thank me later. So all in all, we have 12 face palettes. Now let's move on to setting sprays. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 setting sprays with us, out of which 3 of them I generally just travel with. So we have Benefits Professional Setting Spray. Beautiful, beautiful product. I really, really love it. Then we have Urban Decay's All Nighter Setting Spray. Oldie but a goodie. I really, really like this one too. And then from the drugstore, we have NYX Matte Finish Fini Matte Setting Spray. Again, this is all for travel. I just keep it that way. Then we have the NYX Fini Matte in the bigger format, and this I'm almost done with. Very, very little amount of, I feel like if I'll use this straight for 2 weeks, I'll get rid of this. So this is definitely going to get decluttered this month or so, I would say. So just stay tuned for that. Then we have Mario Badescu Skincare Setting Spray. This is with rose water in it. This is basically used only for like refreshing my skin, so that's the purpose of this. I don't use this for like setting my makeup in place. This I really like, especially it gives like a natural glow on my skin. That's why I really like it. This is from Catrice Cosmetics. This is the Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Setting Spray, and if you see, it has like a shimmer particle running throughout it. Let me just mix it so that you can see. It has that iridescent glow running throughout it, and I love this. I really love it for like a dewy finish look. It's not like my favorite one. I feel like this is like my favorite out of the lot. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray with vitamin C in it. This locks your makeup for like 12 to 18 hours, I would say, easily. I really like it. This one from Orocacia, this is more with like a rose water extract in it. So this I mainly use this like a skincare product just to refresh my skin. Very, very similar to the Mario Badescu one. So I don't even like categorize these two as a setting spray. I mainly use these 3 as my setting sprays and these 3 for traveling. So I don't think I have like an outrageous amount of setting sprays. I'm very happy with this. So now let's move on to the outro. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this makeup collection of my blushes, my setting sprays, as well as the face palettes. And do let me know which are like your top blushes in your collection, especially if I have not tried. I'll be very, very eager to try. And if you did like this video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up. But also, before closing this video, I want to tell you what I have on my eyes. I'm using my Simply Posh Genuine Gems palette. And I have Ruby on my inner third. I have Precious on my inner eyelid, and I have Carrot on the middle of the eyelid, and I've melted it with the Brilliance shade, which is the blue shimmer shade. I have Sapphire on the entire, like on my outer corners, and I have Amethyst on my lower lash line. That's basically what I have on my eyes. I just wanted to recap this before closing. But yes, if you did like this video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.